Hi there, this is my project. It is a Cannondale vintage F600 model. I'm going to build a cool looking and nice riding in the mountains mountain bike based on this frame and my fork, which I'm going to show you in a minute. The first thing we want to know is what kind of remover do we use. This one I bought in Poland and it is really working super. It is very good just to ask in your local store what kind of removers they have and whether they would work fine for you if you have the aluminum or maybe steel frame. This one works great, and this is how my headshot P-bone looks after removing the paint. It was super easy. It took me about 8 minutes to take this paint off, which means it's awesome. I'm gonna write in the description what kind of base it is. Maybe this will help you to buy a similar remover in your country. Alright, we're gonna do this Cannondale today. I'm gonna do it in maybe 5 or 6 parts. Awesome. I would not like to breathe too much here in this room, so I'm gonna spray just a little bit, then wait until the paint comes off. It takes a minute or two, and then take off the paint, spray another part, and leave this room so that I won't be breathing this remover into my lungs. This is also really exciting. You get the feeling that you are creating something in this nice project, and I'm sure this one will be really cool. Alright, let's get to work then. So this is how it comes off. It comes off very easily. You may use any wooden thing, in order to take this paint off, but it comes off, as you see, with no pain, no problem at all. You can see where I have sprayed a little bit too much maybe, and where was it too little, but it's no problem. I'm gonna use it maybe like 6 or 7 times overall. I don't want to scratch this frame too much, but I'm going to use a sandpaper anyway to make the surface really shiny and prepared for the paint, so it's no problem for me. Yes, my old little Cannondale, lovely bike. A brush would be helpful as well. As you see, it really helps to clean this, especially in the threads or some corners. Works just fine. Alright, one tip that may be very helpful for you, if you are not quite sure if this remover will last for a whole frame. Mine is 400 milliliters and it will definitely last for 1.5 frames, I think. You may weigh on the scale the remover before use and during the use, just as I'm doing here. So I know exactly how much of the real remover is left, and I see that this would be enough for me. If you saw that there's not too much remover left, you would definitely want to focus first on such places like here around the threads and somewhere in the corners and here where the cables are being mounted, because these are places where you would have difficulties getting to with some other stuff like sandpaper or anything like that. So if there's not enough for a whole frame, make sure you get all the corners and all the most difficult parts first, and then a whole surface. That's why weighing the remover on the scale would be a really helpful tip. Alrighty, my Cannondale F600 Delta V is done, and I'm very happy how it did turn out, really. All in all, it took just about 2 hours. It wasn't a hard work. It was just like spraying, waiting for 3-4 minutes, then stripping the paint, spraying again. I've sprayed the frame like 8 times, and it's really ready for my sandpaper, which I've prepared here, and then there will be the first layer preparing my frame for the paint, for the lack, and also it will be protection against the oxygen that really reacts with the aluminum frames. So this is really like creating process. This is really a time to think about where the frame, which is like 20 something years old, had been, and what this frame had gone through and its history. It's really nice, and I'm looking forward to see how this project will work out for us at the end. Alright, I hope you found this helpful for you, and see you in the next part where I will be preparing my frame for paint. See ya!